अरे महादेव, पहले मैं चेक करूँ।
अरे महादेव।
यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं कि क्या है इसमें। राइट ना। ओके, अभी बेसिकली अब थोड़ा आईपैड के ऊपर अब इसका थोड़ा वो वाला डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं। मतलब अभी तक बेसिक तो समझ में आ गया ना। अभी तक वो वाला नहीं किया था क्योंकि उसका सेंस समझ में आया हमको, बेसिक पढ़ा है ना कि उसका एक्चुअली कोई सेंस ही नहीं है। बट अभी वो अब उस समझ को साथ में रखे, देन वी डिस्कस, देन वी गेट क्लैरिटी राइट। अरे महादेव, जय श्री शंभो। आ जाओ स्ट्रीम, वो वाईफाई ही पंगे दे रहा था। ये जब स्ट्रीम करते ना तभी पंगे देता है, पहले तो सब सही चलता है। तो ठीक, कोई नहीं, इसका सेकंड पार्ट हो गया है। तो अपना जो थंबनेल था वो भी रिवाइज हो गया अच्छे से। जो ये थंबनेल के अंदर दो सर्कल बनाए थे ना इन्फिनिटी वाले दो बार राउंड किया था। तो एपिसोड के भी दो पार्ट हो गए। तो अभी वैसे पहले ऊपर वाला सर्कल हमने कर दिया 8 का, अब नीचे वाला सर्कल करेंगे। ठीक है, तो अभी पहले डिस्कशन करते हैं ना। आप वो पैसे दे पहले करते हैं इसका। It is better to have hate, which is better to हाँ, this one will be right.
This something.
But it's the same one, no? Continue then. First we do this one. Oh, there you go. Okay.
No.
Then he's like, no, yeah, not continue this. No, time to go over later. Okay. Other matter, time Kalki. So time started when?
You realized.
आपकी आवाज तो कभी सुनाई देगी प्रॉब्लम। पर ठीक है ना, इतना टेंशन नहीं है। और ऐसे ही है तो ठीक है। टाइम zero, very zero. No. You cannot tell me why zero.
Yeah, only you can say from there.
No. So you understand? It's like you can then it gets complicated like that. Where Abhay realized who he is. So there Abhay zero started, right? But that time, what did he realize? That time he realized he's not Abhay.
Yes. So from this moment you say.
No. From this moment, basically the life lived was not the life of Abhay, no time. So, like, what is this when we talk about enlightenment and realization? It's like from here to here, I was living an illusion. An illusion, I realized where? Here. Right, bro. दिख भी रहा है कि मतलब यहाँ पे बैठ के मेरे को पहली बार समय क्या समझ में आया। तब यहाँ पे तुमको क्या समझ में आया? यहाँ से तुम रिलीजन में जी रहे थे और अब तुम यहाँ पे आके तुम्हें समझ में आया कि तुम जागृत हो गए। अब इसको वैसे ही समझो, मान लो तुम सपना देख रहे हो रात को, तो सपने में तुम कुछ बेच थे, मान लो तुम प्रीतिका ठीक है, प्रीतिका हो और तुम पोस्टर में बोल रही थी ना, क्या क्या लिखा था मैंने?
Does time started?
Does time started? So तुम्हारा ये सेंटेंस को did time start करो। नहीं, does time started.
Yeah, why is it? So, like, why is it that does time started? Why it does?
So because from here, no, sitting from here.
From the present.
Yeah. So basically, from present only, like Krishnamurti explained, no, this is about not just about that there's a psychological time, and then there's a real time. The real time only present is there. Like in real time, this is the zero. And it's like a moving zero, just like how we understand present now. Like present is both present. Like I ask you, okay, now are you present? Yes. Now that moment has gone. Now this moment gone. Now are you present? Yes. How are you able to stay in present but still move? That is the dynamic zero setting, na, basically. Like continuously around this zero, I am forming fractals basically of my body. Fractals which are like past also it will go. So that's why fruit is fractal. Fractal is this only. Basically, you repeat the system. Then you create another and bigger area. Right. Like this. Then you repeat this also on the side. Then you get a bigger one. This is exactly how Fibonacci also works. Like, like this is there. Then you repeat this on the side. So make this. Like out of these two, you basically create the same shape. It's like this will be the same bigger shape, no? And then this shape again you do the same principle you apply. Like you repeat it on this side. And then it will be like this, no? Like this. Like this I repeat it. And then this is formed. Then this I repeat again. It's like forming a unit, right? Like first this is the only unit. Then the repetition of the unit in itself created two units. Then that formed a bigger unit, which we are calling this entity. Then that also duplicated. तो अभी ये इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे. अभी एक काम करते हैं ना, थोड़ा एक ब्रेक लेते हैं. थोड़ा इसको क्योंकि मैं इसको प्रॉपरली ना थोड़ा लाइक इसमें जाके टीचर वाले जोन में अभी इनको फिर स्टूडेंट वाले जोन में चले गए. ये वो साइलेंट वाले सुन चले जाते हैं ना, वो उसी चक्कर में. तो उसका भी हमको ध्यान रखना है कि वो इनका नेचर ही वैसा है ना. अब जैसे ये अपनी प्रकृति के खिलाफ लड़ेंगी तो हमने वही तो सीखा है कि अपनी प्रकृति के खिलाफ नहीं लड़ना ना. अब इनका नेचर ही ऐसा आराम से बोलने का, सच होता है ऐसा लड़ने का. तो उनके साथ जबरदस्ती करके कोई फायदा नहीं है ना. तो जबरदस्ती करके वो इंसान बल्कि और फंस जाएगा. उन्होंने वैसे किया ना, ये थॉट को कंट्रोल करने की डिजाइन ही हमको फंसा रही है. अपनी प्रकृति को बिल्कुल अपने तरीके से एक्सेप्ट ना करना. जैसे तुमने ये जो गाना गाया ये भी वैसा ही नहीं है. अब तुमको समझ में आएगा. जैसे मैंने जैसे उस कहानी को देखा ना, तो तुमने क्या बताया थे, नीड शिवा, नीड धीर शिवा, कि यू गिव शिवा और यू डोंट गिव. आई विल बी सेम ओनली. नीड शिवा, नीड धीर शिवा, नीड धीर शिवा, नीड धीर शिवा, नीड शिवा, नीड धीर शिवा. Bagwe.
I bow down to. It doesn't matter if you give me or you don't give me. I will always bow down to.
Really? तुमके फ्रैक्टल समझ आया ऐसे? चलिए यही चीज है ना, इसी को बेसिकली तो पॉइंट फॉर्म में देखोगे ना, तो ये बेसिकली वैसे बन जाएगा फिबोनाची जैसा बिल्कुल, जो हमने बैकग्राउंड में डाला था ना उसका।
Yes.
और एग्जैक्टली यही है ब्लैक होल वाला जो, और टाइमलाइन वाला जितना भी ना, टाइम एक्चुअली यही है जिसको तुम समय रेखा बोल रहे हो ना, वो एक्चुअल में यही है कि लाइक बेसिकली हमने पहले एक छोटी यूनिट को लिया हुआ है कि ये मान लो कि मून के रोटेशन है। अब वो मून के रोटेशन के अंदर फिर जैसे ये वाले मान लो बहुत सारी मून के रोटेशन को कंबाइन करके एक बड़ी सी बनेगी, वो सन के रोटेशन है, उसको हम साल बोलते हैं, है ना? दिस इज लाइक ईयर इस सन की रोटेशन के हिसाब से, और मून के रोटेशन के हिसाब से क्या बनता है? मंथ। और फिर अर्थ के रोटेशन के हिसाब से क्या बनता है? डे। तो बेसिकली ये उसी फैक्टर के अलग अलग है ना, कि टाइम के जो डे वाली जो यूनिट है, और टाइम के जो मंथ वाली यूनिट है, और टाइम के जो ईयर वाली यूनिट है, जो कि बाद में रिपीट होती रहती है फ्रैक्टल के अंदर। और सिमिलरली लाइक अपनी मेमोरी में ऐसे ही काम करती है एग्जैक्टली। अब इसको और डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे, अभी थोड़ा एक ब्रेक लेते हैं। तो आप ब्रेक में क्या जो गाने वाने सुनाओगे?
I already signed on in the beginning. Next episode beginning will sing again.
ना ये वाला तो आपने पहले का रिकॉर्ड किया है ना अपना।
Today you sing.
अब जैसे इसका ना फिबोनाची वाला रेशो पता है, वो गोल्डन रेशो उसे, गोल्डन रेशो क्या होता है? तो बेसिकली किसी भी लाइन को यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट एग्जिस्ट करेगा, ठीक है, ए बी। अब इस पॉइंट को मैं कैसे प्लॉट करूँ इस ए और बी के बीच में, कि अब ये जो लेंथ है ना, ठीक है, ये लेंथ है और ये लेंथ है, तो अब ये वाला बड़ा पार्ट है, ठीक है, अब इसको मान लो ओ मान लिया हमने, तो क्या हो गया? ये बड़ा पार्ट डिवाइड बाय छोटा पार्ट, ये शुड बी सेम एज ये पूरा बड़ा पार्ट डिवाइड बाय इसका छोटा पार्ट, क्योंकि उसके लिए वो बड़ा पार्ट है ना। तो ये हो गया ए बी बाय दिस वन का ए होगा, इसको बोलते हैं गोल्डन रेशियो। और ये चीज एग्जैक्टली यही चीज है। फ्रैक्टल का फॉर्मेशन।
Okay, so if you put numbers, like how will it be? Like why is it called golden?
Because this is how most of it is converted. Like if you see the Milky Way, that is also because finally it comes out like this spiral. If you plot this.
So most common fractal is spiral.
Spiral is the fractal, no? How can you have a fractal without being spiral? Like, finally it is spiral only, no?
So all the fractals look like a spiral.
Like see, everything has to have a starting point, you know, somewhere. And then some repetition will be there. So it will be a spiral. What else can be there?
See the spiral here. Here, if you see the structure from outside, there will be no overlapping. Right?
What do you mean?
Like it can't be like this. Some kind of overlap when the fractal happens. Like if you draw down the drawings. Like anywhere there is no overlap.
What is this fractal? How is this fractal? What are you making? Matlab?
If I trace this somewhere, it will go on, right?
No, it will go on. That is fine, but this is not how it will go on, no. This is a fractal now. What have you drawn? Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, draw any shape and then make a fractal out of it. Like, no, what is the real time fractal? Is this one actually. Like, square one, no? Like, we take a square and then how many squares we need to repeat to create a bigger square? How many will require? If I put two only, it won't work. So minimum it will be work to two now.
Yeah, bigger square.
So
This
for
will become a rectangle. So if you want to become square, then you need to add two more squares.
two more here. So basically, this was the original fractal. Basically, from here, this is a square only, okay, guys. So now on from we will have this only. Basically, we won't assume that we know and we are kind of like reaching these guys because that put us also in awkward position. Like you have to live up to some expectation, right? Then it becomes more open exploration of knowledge, which we actually want to do. So then we can also be free in our lives. So we are released today, Vaishila. ज्ञानेश्वर महादेव अभी ये हमने जो ये महादेव को वहाँ पे लगाया ना हमारे जो यहाँ पे हैं सर जी और उनका नाम उन्होंने रख दिया ज्ञानेश्वर महादेव अरे उनके सारे ज्ञान के ऊपर स्थापित कर दिया उनको ये सब ज्ञान के ऊपर वो हमने पहले डिस्कस कर लिया ना 000 ये सोर्स कोड अब तो इसका पहला फ्रैक्टल क्या हुआ फिर ये बना ना फिर ये बना अब फिर ये बनने के बाद बेसिकली मैं क्या करूंगा ना अंदर वाली चीज तो मैं उसको कंसिडर ही नहीं करूंगा ना ऐसे करूंगा राइट लाइक रियल के अंदर क्या हो रहा है ये हो रहा है but I'm using some kind of duplication ability basically. This one duplication ability was like it duplicated this side, it duplicated this side, and duplicated from like around this axis it duplicated around this point. Like this square, like it reflected this side, it reflected around this axis and it reflected on this axis. Three axes it reflected around. Then we could create a bigger square. Like algorithm wise only if you look at it like, right? So then this and then again we keep on going basically. So now you take one more like this. Now bigger one we take. Then we create a factor around it. Right? This is like this. Fractal तो हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं मुझे पता भी नहीं actually.
So this is one piece basically is this.
So basically no, same principle you use in golden ratio. So what you do is you create a rectangle actually, which has A and B like this. Golden rectangle. Like. And then initially, what will be this rectangle? It will be a point only. So you assume like it's from the point it started. Then it becomes like here now we are assuming like it started from a square only. So you assume it started from a point. Then some small square or rectangle we created. So then finally when you keep on making these fractals now, like then this rectangle again combine to form a bigger rectangle. Like this become a small part of bigger one. Then that becomes a small part of bigger one. So then this shape comes like Fibonacci if you brought now. And Fibonacci, what is Fibonacci series? Like that series is here.
1, 2, 3, 6.
No, it's not like this.
5 and then 8. Right.
No, you don't look at it. This is how you do it basically. So first you write it like this. Okay, yeah. Okay. And now you need to see it yourself.
Okay, I will write that.
So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1.
I will write.
Hmm.
First 0. Then you add 1. So it becomes 1.
No, add your first, right? He generally doesn't write 1, 0 actually. That is their mistake. They never consider Shiva. It should start from 0. Like, how can it start with 1? Like, it means that it is coming from something. Like, the real point is the point which has no dimensions, no, which has no radius. How will you say it? You cannot say it. So, if you really want to start the diagram, you have to start with that thing, really. But in human perception, you cannot do it. So, that we are assuming. But in reality, it should start from 0 only. So, you write like 0 first, and then you write 0, 1. 0, then 0, 1. And then you add it basically. Like 0, 1 equal to 0 plus 1 will be equal to 1.
Then I write 0. Yeah. Then it should write like this triangle. Right?
Triangle will form by itself. Then you write 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So that will be the value of it. That's how he has done it now, formula. Now first you write here 1, no. This is how you are not going to do it. Because you don't know what is the other body will come. No, equal to. Then this 1, 0, 1, 1 you write. Basically 0, 1 already the same thing, but it's fractal only we are forming now. And this 1 also will put. And then you'll add again the same formula will apply. So it will be 2. Then 0, 1, 1 and 2. It will be 4. But it is not 4, no?
It is not 4 because
What is he doing?
it is 1 plus 2. So it is 3.
So he's carrying it over basically.
It is only the adjacent numbers you add. Then you add 0, 1,
If we do this one, what is the series that comes?
1. Okay, 1, this 1, 0, and 1, then 2, then 3, then 5, then 6, then 7.
Now how come 3 will come? Obviously 3 won't come. 4 was coming, no?
No, this is Fibonacci series.
No, I am saying
Okay, I understood what you're saying. You're saying this 1, and then 1 only, then 2, but then it is 4. Then you're saying this 1.
no, there is no 1, 1. There is 0, 1, 2. Where is 1, 1?
0, 1, after that 1 will go on. There should be 1, no?
See, I don't want or not want. Leave. See, I'm not saying anything. I'm just basically, I don't know what I'm doing basically. So like you are thinking, just again I'm saying no.
Okay.
So you think I'm teaching you? No, I'm not a teacher anymore. No, because then it puts the entire pressure on me only. Like I have to teach you, I have to make you understand. Otherwise, I'm a failure. Like no, I'm just an explorer only.
Okay.
So basically, what the principle here we are using is like we start with the base 0. Then with the 0 we add the another next one, and then we add it to get the result. Then that result we add to the previous one. Comes to what comes from that is formula. I've seen I got formula already using it.
Okay.
So basically, algorithm is how it will process it. It's like let's make this as a some value a. Like you are defining now in coding, how will I do it? So I will define this variable as something 0, and then I add the next number to it. So if it is n, then I'm adding n plus 1.
Yeah, but here we can't take as 1 because now any 1 also will change it. So that also should be available.
What do you mean? Like this is if this is n. No, you speak clearly now. What are you saying?
If you're doing the programming, I said, see, if you just take 1, this 1, again 1 more, will change. This number will change. It will add to the starting end.
No, speak clearly, no.
See, I was saying.
Now code this basically. Now you code this. You are recorded now. Okay, don't take all of this. No, okay, here. This is already understood. Now here you code it basically. Tell me, how will you code it?
See, first, if you say like, initialize this. See, okay.
Initial and is what is it?
Then, whatever is attached to n, whatever you're adding to them, something you're adding, right?
We are adding the next number to n, not something. That's why I'm defining, no. What do you mean by something I'm adding? Like, I'm defining the next number to n. So next number to 0 is 1.
This was that you didn't understand. Should be like plus 1.
No, code it, no. What have you understood? Like,
Okay, I'm
you are getting confused in yourself, understanding yourself only. I don't understand what was your confusion only. It got cleared also, but I still don't understand what was the confusion.
okay, n plus 1. Okay, and now you're saying that this.
No, see, this formula only you have to create, no. So let's say this we defined as n. Then what you will do? We actually took the next number, right? So this while we are doing it, that pattern we are trying to find in some algorithm form, right? What did we really do there? Like we took 0, then we write 0, 1. Why did we write 0, 1? What is 1? The next number to 0 or what? Like what is the relation of why we used 1? And then we added 0 and 1. So n and n plus 1 we added basically. So are we always going to use the next number? So entry wise, when you look at it, like this will be the first entry, no? I am a better coder than you. Like you, like I have worked here. Python, I
What do you want to do? I
You,
don't
what
understand.
Python you know?
You said you don't
You
want
don't
to
know
do
any
that.
Python.
You said you don't want to do any Fibonacci series. You want to do
Fibonacci
something
we are not
else.
doing, but our own series something we are doing.
Yeah, that I don't know what you're trying to do.
No. Basic definition of time we are trying to create like in this one basically. This fractal formation, no? So it's like what is actually happening here? Like so this was there, no, let's say 0, like initial form. So initial form we duplicated basically. So first duplication happened. That's why he uses 1 plus 1 only. In a fractal, first we duplicate or reflect it around some point to duplicate it. Which is infinity actually. So infinity is actually this one, you know. Reflection. So here I was using like some way, because series are catering using this one, you know, some principle they are using in duplication in mathematics. We can create our own series also. Who else behind this like Taylor series, some formula only he is using now. Of duplication and like fractal formation. So fractal formation is something like that. Basically, once you define the formula, it can keep on going. So that pattern you need to define. So what is the pattern we are using here? So in overall, what we will learn is basically how do you kind of form sense out of data, or how do you form like sense in time? Samay Rekha. Samay Rekha, basically time started when someone started the counting. So Samay Rekha is basically when you start making sense of it in terms of operations, plus minus, in terms of counting, numbers. Tagline only you say, no? Like first of all, what you draw? This. Like every diagram, no? This, we do, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? And then we look at it like
Something.
fractal.
Okay.
So it's like, see, this one. What is 2 actually? 2 is from here to here, no? So what is happening? Like this is repeating. And then we are forming this. 2. This is 2, right?
Yeah. Then you form 3.
But then it is basically, it is not duplicating this one. So counting is basically a different kind of, in which the basic unit is this one on this stage. See, always the same unit will be added. In real fractal, basically this will only duplicate, no? Like the larger unit will not duplicate. Like once you form 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, then it will be like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Then it will be 4 plus 4 equal to 8. But in counting, it doesn't happen. So in counting, what happens is always 1 only we are adding. So this is like the next number. How do we write it? Function of n we write, no? Like that way we make it. It's like n is equal to n plus 1, no? Like always the value will be plus 1 only. The next value will be plus 1 only. So basically only the original one we have defined actually in reality in counting. Like how much the original 1 meter we are defining this is 1 meter. So counting is that fractal only basically. So you don't repeat this one, but you repeat this one only, like again. Like in this again you repeat this one. So then you form this one. So this is formed like a vortex only it will form. Counting. So because the center will be around here only, like this one. So then you add one more. Then it will be bigger one. Then if the centers you start connecting now, then it will say like this form like this one. Like center of this circle you take here. Okay. Center of this one you take here. And then you keep looking at it, like center only you take now. Like this line will be here. 3 now, like this will be exactly in the center, more like here. And it will be the center. This center. This center. So in reality it will be like what? It will be like this one, like this. Which is that most of our magnetic fields, all of this are like this one, like. It's exactly what we have drawn in like black hole diagram also. Have you looked at the same diagram, exactly? Black hole. Because finally the game is basically how we are making sense of the data. How are the human making sense of the data? Like counting is the first sense, which is basically plotting the timeline. How are you able to plot timeline? Then that is the question is correct. No, is the time linear? Because in this one it comes as a linear only. Because this is fixed. But even this also move, then it will be like a vortex only. Because let's say that this fractal itself will move, no, like this. Like you apply one more layer of dimension on it. Right? This is only 2D fractal. If you apply 3D only, then it starts moving like extending like this also and then going like this also. Which is like that staircase, no?
It is like.
So then it will appear like this only, like that staircase, no? People see, like this stairs, it comes like this. They appear like this only, for the viewer. But actually they are not like that. If you just compress it, then it is really like this only. The third dimension only, no? So 3-dimensional vanity wave. And what are these dimensions? No, that way you are saying, no, like 3 pairs of existence, which is time, basically. Anything that has 3 dimension, then we can understand it. Like, that is the first way to understand a fractal. In core, you can understand in terms of the mathematics, like a series, in numbers, or in visual, you can understand it like this one. See now, let's see something. अब ये तो आदत है लोगों की तो आज तो बहुत ही मुश्किल हो गया इन लोगों के लिए ना ये तो मैंने वो फीन में दैट बेस पर फिर से तो पढ़ा दी ना फिर क्या करेंगे लोग इंग्लिश में भी है वेक्टर का हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं वेक्टर is a geometric pattern that repeats itself at various scales. The scale of it is saying like it becomes 2. Then the 2 repeats itself. Because finally it is the square which is repeating, or it is the circle which is repeating. But it cannot be geometry actually, because in mathematics, like in that also it can be fractal, no? Like when you look at the core of the geometry shape, then it means some data only is repeating, no? Like for a coder, you won't say no, some geometry shape is repeating. You say some data is repeating. So in our human life also, no, it's the same thing, no, I told you like yesterday. Like why this is time? It's the same way, like moon, earth is around here only. Okay. Rotating around this. Like moon is around like rotating like this. Now it is the same moon only, no, it is rotating. Every day. So what happens? But we add all this value also to it. So like this cycle individually is 28 days only. But then what you do? Like one carry over concept, no? So like, okay, this one unit is completed. So then we make this as one unit. And then we repeat that unit. So accumulation of these ones become like year. And what is this? This is also kind of like accumulation of some single like Earth one, a day. So first way like answer only initially only for time calculation only one needs to be defined. Or 1 day. So like let's say instead of 1 day defined by like how we define 24 hours, what if I defined 1 day to be like some other time? Like why are we calling day the way it is? No.
24 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours is 1 day.
No, instead of 12 hours, no hours I'm not saying, you don't understand me like. See, basic.
Okay, the minimum unit is.
The minimum unit we are using day here. So you cannot say hours also. Because then it means like hours as the minimum unit.
Yes. So you say that you can't even say 0.5 day.
You cannot say 0.5. You only have to say 0.5 day. Because on the days only we will measure now. Because day is the unit, right? So then you can see potentially like changing the unit only, that is the game basically. The fractal, the different shapes that form, like when we did this, and then we repeated another, then this was formed, then we repeated another, then this was formed. So we are naming them into various forms, like. So we are calling, okay, this one, it will be hour. Or let's say start with second only. But the second only we need to define how, because this is the main fractal. Main ingredient of the fractal. Then this repeats 60 times. Basically 60 of these, it repeats. And then we call 60 second, we term it as a new name. Like this is a minute. Then again, the fractal repeats itself.
Yeah.
Right? And that we call hour.
Fractal is fractal.
Fractal is that, fractal is that, fractal. But in this one, this is not completely fractal. No, it's like, because this is arbitrarily created on the second minute and everything. We need to look at the Vedic references of this one, right? How they have done time. Because they have started time from inside. Like, what is the heartbeat time?
Now this is
Or what is the time between basically first time they have started the basic unit? What should be the basic unit of time? Now you tell me that. Then you will understand all of this. It will be perfect discussion about time. It can be had like in any way. What is time felt as basically? We discuss in the book also, no? बेसिकली क्षण क्या होता है ऐसे लिखते हैं ना एक क्षण में दुनिया बदलती वो एक क्षण कितना होता है
like in science, they say like there are like other things they have defined like atomic clocks and from one point transition that's more time later because one second and part.
No, I'm not looking at that.
This shiny of
You are again getting caught up in the science only from Masbal. I'm telling you how your understanding of time is happening. How is that happening?
because of the mind.
Because of the mind, movement of the thought. So what exactly time? Is the perception between like there's a one thought and this has ended and there's another thought which has started and this has ended.
Yeah, but end of one thought there is some space and after that another thought is different.
Are you telling me or are you asking me?
I'm telling you, like, is it that is how?
I am telling you, is that the question you are asking? Is it that how it is? I am telling you what it is. But I am asking you also. Maybe I will take it both ways. Both ways you mean, huh? Like, why do you have to do so much? Just observe your thoughts now. It's right here, no? Just your body is the instrument.
Yes.
You are right now also doing it, no? Just go and observe.
Actually, there is no sense of time.
And then we go to high, there is no sense of time. You come back and be critical, no? If there is a sense of time in that, you say, right?
Okay, moment of that. Fine.
Actually, there is no sense of time. Done. 0, 0, 0, we are not talking about today. Today we have already decided like 0, 1, infinity. Like this assumption we are moving forward now. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. We have already decided who is bigger and who is smaller, like logic wise we have done now. That is already done. Now both of them three are equal only for us. So what is the sense of time actually? It's the moment of thought only.
Yes.
Or it is the perception that there are different thoughts. Like energy is moving in one pattern. In loops only it is moving.
That is creating the perception.
And then basically like in one loop, like this thought started, it ended. It started, it ended. Like this thought, that thought is not there, no. Like the brain activity started, it ended. It started, it ended. Or the electric current started, it ended. It started, it ended. Started, it ended. Started, it ended. Like that only is happening, you know. If you remove the psychological layer, like thought and everything.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
So that's fundamental repetition that is happening in energy here. That is when felt from subjective perspective, it looks like thinking. So the fundamental unit should be actually this unit.
The neuron fire.
The duration of the thought, basically. Or the empty space between the thoughts, if you are looking at it. So basically, it's like we are saying, no, if this is chitta, So what is happening on chitta is thought is coming, going, right? Like let's say it's a sine wave, it's like coming, going, then again coming, going, then again coming, going, then again coming and going. So in your memory state, like this is happening now. चित्त, यहाँ पे तुम्हारा चित्त ठीक है, ऐसे ऐसे चीजें डिस्कस कर लिए, ये तो आज तो पागल हो जाएंगे, बट अपने को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना आप, ठीक है, अब हमने पूरा इस ग्राउंड रियलिटी में बेस करके करना है सब कुछ। तो चित्त के अंदर तो बेसिकली ऐसी मूवमेंट हो रही है ना तुम्हारी मेंटल वर्ल्ड के अंदर, एक छोटा आया फिर गया, एक छोटा आया फिर गया। अब ये हो सकता है कि इसके अंदर बीच का जो गैप है, ये शून्य जिसको बोलते हैं, अब तो इससे भी अब एक टाइम की बेसिक टाइम की जो यूनिट है वो या तो इससे भी डिफाइन कर सकते हो या इससे भी डिफाइन कर सकते हो, एक ही बात हो। तो वो होनी चाहिए बेसिक टाइम की यूनिट एक्चुअली में, सेकंड की बजाय, जो कि टाइम की यूनिट बना कौन रहा है, थोड़ी तो बना रहा है। अब देखो जिस कैमरा का मैग्निफिकेशन भी उतना नहीं है कि वो उससे ज्यादा परसीव ही नहीं कर सकता है, तो समझ रहे हो, तुम्हारा प्रोसेसर बेसिकली इतने ही एक कम से कम इसी ड्यूरेशन को वो परसेप्शन के अंदर लेके आ सकता है, तो वो उससे कम या ज्यादा करने का तो कोई पॉइंट ही नहीं होता ना, मतलब तुम्हारा मेगापिक्सल उतने का है, मतलब कैमरा जनरेट नहीं करेगा आप पिक्चर। Yes. तो ये तो समझ करो तो क्या तुम इसको, हाँ हाँ यार ना बोलो ना।
Yeah, the main summary is this one, that what's base Chanting?
Take like that, Davies color। देखो ना ऐसे कहाँ से आ रही है, अच्छा आ ही रहा है ये तो, आज तो स्क्रीन पे नहीं आ रहा है, आईपैड एक्चुअली वो हो गया, तो शिट अब मैं इतना सारा समझाया सब कुछ चला गया, होता है कुछ भी नहीं आया यहाँ पे। But recording is there, but recording also it won't come, but the voice will be there, so it's fine. Why did it not come though, like, oh because it got reset, no stream, and then it was set on the previous one again. Wait. Stream tools. This one is tough, no? चैट भी अपने स्विच ऑफ कर देना, तो उनको पता भी नहीं चला कोई बोल भी रहा होगा तो, बट वैसे भी वो डिस्ट्रैक्शन वाले ज्यादा बोलते हैं, वो काम के तो कम ही बोलते हैं, तो कोई फायदा नहीं है। इसको जो सुनना होगा वैसे उसी को समझ में आएगा, ये इतनी आसान चीज है भी नहीं, मतलब नहीं है। Now you summarize, now it is here. Okay, we have discussed till now here so many things we have discussed. इसका विजुअल तुमको नहीं आया क्योंकि वो बीच में डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था, तो आईपैड फिर से रिकनेक्ट नहीं किया था, और चैट मैंने ऑफ कर दी क्योंकि अब तुम लोग बिहेवियर तुम्हारा अजीब ही है, तो कोई फायदा नहीं है लोगों से बात करके, देख ही लिया मैंने। अब बेसिकली ये लाइक वो काइंड ऑफ लाइक हम लोगों की एक्सप्लोरेशन ही है उसमें, हाँ मतलब एपिसोड ये मान के चलो कि मैं पर्सनल अपने सब एपिसोड शूट करके डालूंगा, जैसे भी हो रहे वैसे हो रहे लाइफ, लाइक मैं सिर्फ मैं ही जिंदा हूँ, बाकी तुम में से कोई जिंदा नहीं है। ठीक है, बताओ समराइज करो फिर।
So time. So as per you, the basic time.
Not as per me.
Basic unit of time
No, what do you mean as per me? Like you are built different or what? Your brain doesn't work the same way my brain works.
It works the same way.
So what is the what the way the brain works? Because brain working only just as of time comes, no?
Mm.
So how does the brain work?
How does the mind work, you say?
No. Mind is what? Hardware we are talking, no? From hardware comes the software, no? You are telling me basically how does AI work? But AI is nothing, no? I need to understand how electric current works basically. Without electrical engineering, data science is nothing. You can keep doing data science on top of it. Without the chip will be there, like what will you do? Nothing will you do. Okay, we'll leave okay. Anyways, we will summarize it. Maybe next episode we will summarize it again. But this was like nice one only. 11:15 now. So we'll end it here. I was so tired. And I don't care. Seriously. मतलब लोग पता नहीं क्या क्या बना रहे हैं ये वो तो मैं सही में कल की तभी होगा जब मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा तुम लोगों से तुम लोगों के सर्टिफिकेट के बाद भगवान बना तुम क्या भगवान बना रहे भगवान तो वही होगा ना जो किसी का सर्टिफिकेट ना चाहिए क्योंकि फिजिकल के अंदर तो जनरली ना ये ऑनलाइन और ये सब वाले ज्यादा है वही अवसर क्या मैंने कि फिजिकल के अंदर कोई हेल्प नहीं करता है उसका रियल चीजों पे ना वो तो काम तुमको ही करना है सब कुछ एक्चुअली पे और अब चूंकि ठीक है हमारे पास एक एग्जाम तय है जिनके साथ में बैठ के सब रिसर्च कर सकते हैं तो हम तो बाकी फिजिकल तो अपन हैंडल कर ही लेंगे ना अपने पास इतने सारा नॉलेज है इतना सारा ज्ञान है तो क्या पैसे उसे नहीं कमा सकते हैं पैसे भी कमा लेंगे झंझट हटाओ ना दुनिया में क्योंकि वो बहुत टैक्सी में रहता है वो कम से कम इट्स लाइक मान लो जैसे इसको तुम क्लासरूम की तरह इक्वेट करो और तुम्हारी चैट मतलब ऐसी है कि जैसे मैं कुछ समझा रहा हूँ और कॉन्स्टेंटली बच्चे उठ के आवाज है सर इसका मतलब क्या है फिर दूसरा सर इसका मतलब क्या है सही इसका मतलब क्या है यू थिंक अबाउट लाइक दैट मेंटली तो वैसे ही हो रहा है ना थॉट वाइज लाइक आई एम वी आर ट्राइंग टू डिस्कस समथिंग और वहां से मतलब लोग चैट पे वो कुछ भी बोले जा रहे हैं इसका मतलब पीछे से शोर किए जा रहे हैं वो सिर्फ सुन नहीं रहे वो बोल रहे हैं लाइक क्लास में कैसे होता है लाइक पहले टीचर बोलता है वो फिर आगे सुनते हैं फिर टीचर पूछता है फिर उसके हिसाब से बोलते हैं बट यहाँ पे कैसे है उसका मॉडल एनालाइज करो ना तुम
In between people are listening.
no people are asking their own things basically like फिजिक्स पढ़ा रहे हो तो केमिस्ट्री का सवाल पूछ रहे हैं ऐसा होता है क्या मतलब
They'll be sent out of the class.
हाँ क्योंकि वो किल हो गया ना पूरा ये इतना ज्यादा डेटा इनटेक और इतना ज्यादा बॉम्बार्डमेंट में ना सब किल हो गया ना वो कन्वर्सेशन तो डेड है ना मतलब ये इस टाइप की कन्वर्सेशन जो हम कर रहे हैं ये तो कहाँ होती है बताओ मेरे को कहीं पे होती है ऐसे बस न्यूज वाले कभी ऐसे कन्वर्सेशन कराते हैं वो तो किसका बन गया पति इसका ये हो गया उसने ये कर दिया अब ये हीरो की वाइफ छोड़ के भाग गई या फिर वो कोई जो कोई स्कूल वाला जो उनको सिखाता है फिजिक्स वाला कोई वो तो खुद को सिर्फ एग्जाम क्लियर करने के लिए सिखाता है, क्योंकि उसको खुद जीवन का क्या है उसको फिर बता दिया है। So we'll end this with the chanting only. We will do that one, no, Shambho, very good. And, जैसा भी था हुआ, मैं तो खुश हूँ अपने लाइफ से। या मेरे को कुछ भी प्रिटेंड नहीं करना है। मैं तो बहुत पहले से सबको बोला था ना, मैं तो नोबडी हूँ ना, क्योंकि वो कुछ बनना बहुत टैक्सिंग है यार लोग, तो कुछ बनते ही ना लोग नोचने के लिए आ जाते हैं, तो बनना ही क्यों है। भाई ना तो मेरे को एनलाइटन बीइंग बनना है, ना कुछ और बनना है, मेरे को अपनी अपनी जर्नी है, मेरे को उसको पूरा करना है। Who cares? एनलाइटन में क्या एनलाइटन होगा, अगर उसका दूसरे के सर्टिफिकेट से एनलाइटन बीइंग हुआ तो तो अभी इसको बंद करते हैं और ये वाला चला जाए। ओके, now here big screen and okay, it was chatting, then I did. It was a nice episode. Like I don't know how, like in the recording wise how it happened, but like because sometime in the our discussion, like we were continuously discussing only now. But that time like the stream went off, like obvious all disconnecting and everything. But then we will continue like this discussion also. So when it's done with it, like yeah, now they won't get it now. Like if you really tell them like or just show them, they won't get any of it. But if they would have seen it like happening when I was drawing now, like for you, then the audio would have made sense. But now this is the only thing you get. Okay, JV has rejected you guys. He's like, okay, you don't get everything. I was sorry if you're not Amazon actually. But you both the thing. You don't need to do anything. Just be. This is me. Like trying to analyze all of this stuff, trying to understand in different ways. How does it make sense? And then it becomes like an honest exploration only. Then you don't need to pretend also that you know. Yeah, I know everything. But then try to put so much pressure on you. Like, कोई बोलेगा कि पापा हाँ पापा वो तो गुरु हो तो भाई मैं कुछ भी नहीं होना। देवान शिटका मतलब जब जिप पे ऐसे हो रहा देवान शिटका लाके सबको तोड़ दो ना गुरु ना शिष्य कुछ नहीं है भाई और वो कुछ नहीं होने में मजा आता है बड़ा पीसफुल होता है कुछ नहीं होना लेकिन ना we are all carrying the weight of our own stories कहानी का बोझ कुछ होने का बोझ लेके वो जीवन जीते रहते हैं शंभो 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 हरे महादेव। सब एक्सेप्ट करो अपने आप को मेरी स्टोरी में। हमने तुमको भेजा हमारे टेंशन था, मैं वैसे ही रिमूव कर देता हूँ। अब तुम लोगों का ऐसा तो है नहीं, मैं सब कुछ परफेक्ट कर दूंगा तुम्हारे हिसाब से, तुमको समझ में आ जाएगा। मुझे कहीं ना कहीं वो भी चीज समझ में आती है, लाइक क्योंकि वो चीज हमने पहले भी डिस्कस की थी ना, देखिए भक्ति योग में डिस्कस की थी कि यार भक्ति योगी तो वही होगा जो सही और गलत सब कुछ बोलेगी भगवान की इच्छा थी। मतलब मेरी कहानी पूरी भगवान ने पर्सनली कोरियोग्राफ की है और वो बिल्कुल बढ़िया से की है। और तुम्हारा जो गाना था ना उसमें वही है एक्चुअली ना, उन लोगों में अंधे होते हुए भी कितना सेटिस्फेक्शन है कि नहीं नहीं भगवान ने वो कैसे बनाए हैं, बट फिर भी वो भगवान को कंप्लेन नहीं कर रहे हैं, एक्सेप्टिंग कर रहे हैं कि सेवा तू देगा तो भी ठीक है, तू नहीं देगा तो भी ठीक है। और फिर वो एक होने की जो अपने आप में जो ब्लिस होता है कि यार मैं हूँ, ये होना ही सबसे बड़ा मैजिक है। इसके ऊपर तो वो अलग चीज है ना कि कहानी वहानी बनाना, मतलब वो तो ठीक है, वो तो स्पीसीज के हिसाब से बनती है। इंसान अपने टाइप से अपनी कहानी बनाता है, एंट अपने टाइप से अपनी कहानी बना रही होगी, उनकी स्पीसीज के अंदर किसी न किसी तरीके से तो कॉन्शियसनेस ट्रांसपोर्ट हो रही होगी ना। हम अपनी कहानी बना के उस कॉन्शियसनेस को ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, इसी के साथ एंड करते हैं और हर हर महादेव, जय श्री शंभो। अब चला देंगे आउटरो और इसको एंड कर देंगे। तुम सब लोग, हम अपनी तरफ से पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं एपिसोड को ठीक करने की ना। आज भी तुम लोगों के लिए पूरा नया सेटअप लगाया, सब कुछ किया और नई तरीके से अब उसके अंदर भी अब चीजें यहाँ वहाँ, अब तुम लोगों को थोड़ा सा खुद भी दिमाग लगाना चाहिए, खुद भी एफर्ट लगाने चाहिए। अब तो एआई का जमाना है, तो कोई इंग्लिश वाला एपिसोड को डाउनलोड करके हिंदी में डब नहीं कर सकते आपको सुनने के लिए, कि सारी चीजें मैं ही करके दूं तुमको लिए। तुमको इतना इम्पोर्टेंट लग रहा है, या तो तुमको ऐसा लग ही नहीं रहा है कि वो नॉलेज इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट है, बट ये तुम वो सोच रहे हो कि यार उस नॉलेज को सुन के मैं सही में एनलाइटेड हो सकता था, तो तुम इतना एफर्ट भी नहीं लगाओगे मतलब तुम्हारा एनलाइटेड होने के लिए। और इसके मतलब तुम उसको टाइम पास के लिए नॉलेज कलेक्ट कर रहे हो, जो बुक में हमने पहले डिस्कस की थी कि नॉलेज वो कलेक्ट करने के लिए और नॉलेज कलेक्ट कर रहे हो, ना कि किसी उस नॉलेज के एंड तक पहुंचने के लिए कलेक्ट कर रहे हो। हर महादेव।
The biggest brainwashing is morality. Right and wrong. Oh my god.
क्या तू निराकार है कि तू साकार है? क्या तू यहाँ है कि तू वहां है? क्या तू अंदर है कि तू बाहर है?
ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ನಾನೇಕೆ ಅಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಬಲಿ ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ ಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡಿವಾರವೇಕೆ ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ ಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡಿವಾರವೇಕೆ ನೀನಿತ್ತ ಕಾಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈಲೆ ಮಾಯ ಆಗೋದು ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ ನೀನಿತ್ತ ಕಾಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈಲೆ ಮಾಯ ಆಗೋದು ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ನಾನೇಕೆ ಅಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಬಲಿ ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ ಮಾಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಮರದಡಿಯೇ ಇಟ್ಟರು ನಾನಂತೂ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನಲಾರೆ ನುಡಿಸೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ. ಸಾರಂಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ನೂರಾರು ಬಯಕೆ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟು ನುಡಿಸೋದು ನಾ ಕಾಣೆನೆ. ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ನಾನೇಕೆ ಅಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಅಂಬಲಿ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ.
The biggest brainwashing is morality. Right and wrong. Oh my god.
क्या तू निराकार है कि तू साकार है? क्या तू यहां है कि तू वहां है? क्या तू अंदर है कि तू बाहर है?
ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ನಾನೇಕೆ ಅಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ನನ್ನ ಅಂಬಲಿ, ನೀಡು ಶಿವ ನೀಡದಿರು ಶಿವ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ, ಬಾಗುವುದು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಯ. ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ ಕ್ಷಣಿಕ, ಬಾಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡಿವಾರವೇಕೆ? ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಕೃತಕ ಬಂಗಾರ